Married at First Sight, season 14, episode 3. We learn a little bit more about the couples. We get one wedding. We get Mark and Lindsey's wedding. And oh my God, Lindsey, please shut up. Oh my gosh. So this video is only going to be about Mark and Lindsey. I'm going to do other videos for the other couples. But wait a minute. You know, every year we get a ringer couple. I'm pretty convinced of it now that this show now isn't really about, marriages. There's entertainment factor to it. So you know what? We're going to make it entertaining. Because let me tell you something, and I'm not going to feel bad about this video because this is a ringer couple. Lindsey and Mark is a ringer couple. No way they're going to last. The producers know it. Everybody knows it. So this is purely for our entertainment. So we're going to have some fun with it. But Lindsey, oh my gosh, shut up. Y'all, literally, I had to mute her so many times during this episode. I couldn't even stand to listen to her. She's one of those people. You ever know those people who just say stuff for shock value? They need so much attention. They always need the attention on them that at any point in time, they're not getting enough of it. They say something or do something to shock everybody, so you pay attention to them. That's Lindsey, and it's constant. I'm sure they edit it, but I'm telling you, this girl did not stop, not for a minute. I had to mute her. Literally, during the wedding, during the vows, her husband, Mark the Shark, couldn't even get through his vows. Every line he said in his vows, she had to interrupt him and make a comment about it. It's horrible. I feel so sorry for him. I actually really thought I wasn't going to like him because I knew he was like an attention getter too. With the whole Mark the Shark, that's an attention getter slogan. But let me tell you, she outdoes him. In fact, so much so he even knows it already. He says he was wiping the sweat off his brow. He was exasperated before the wedding the wedding day is even over. We didn't even get to the whole wedding. We just got through the ceremonial part. We even got to the reception. But anyway, let me tell you something about Lindsey. You guys, I actually really believe that she doesn't need to be getting married. She actually needs to be laying somewhere on somebody's couch with therapy, or she needs to be in a psychiatrist's office getting some medication. I am convinced that she either has something like ADHD, bipolar, manic depressive, because through this whole episode, she got highs and lows. She's on 10 and then she's crying. She drinks. I think she masks a lot of what her real emotions are. So she says one thing, but it doesn't really feel like that's what she feels. It's all about shock value. It's all about covering up her emotions, covering up what her real issues are. I mean, some of it seems to be deeply rooted with her mother. She's got a horrible relationship with her mother. She basically says she and her mother don't get along. They haven't got along for a while. Be honest with you, I think she and her mother are probably the same. And that's probably why they clash. Because one of the things she mentioned, her mother didn't even come to the wedding. And she mentioned in the after show, one of the things, that her mother flew into town. She's in Boston. I guess her mother's from Texas or lives in Texas. She said her mother was in town during her wedding, but her mother specifically left on her wedding day. She said that's basically how mean her mother is. So her mother doesn't particularly care for her. She doesn't care for her mother. So she's got a lot of this sort of, trauma going on behind that. But I suspect her and her mother are alike, because one of the things she said was like, well, maybe it's good my mother didn't come to my wedding because someone would have had to babysit my mother. Bingo! You need a babysitter. She's horrible. This girl was drinking, got drunk before her wedding. She has flashed her boobs more than twice on national TV. The producers of the show have to basically wrangle her. Like, Lindsey, come here. Lindsey, do this. I mean, they're showing the producers wrangling her like she's a cat. I mean, she supposedly has 2 cats and Mark has 5 cats. She's a cat. Now, I said this before about people who are cat owners. It's something about cat owners, because cats don't care about anybody. That's how I feel. I feel like the owners of cats, they need a lot of doggone attention. They like cats because cats are so self-sufficient, because they like to be the center of attraction. These two are a disaster in waiting. And if Mark thinks he was the person in relationships before that was too much, he done met his match. He's met more than his match. In fact, Lindsey's father was like, I hope this guy, whoever it ends up being, before the wedding, I hope he's a lion tamer. You heard me? Absolutely. You know, I like these early specials when the family talks, because you learn a lot about the people. The family speaks the truth. And let me tell you what the father said. The father said, I hope the man's a lion tamer. His advice for his daughter before the wedding was, keep your mouth shut. Because sometimes you say things that aren't good. You know, everybody's giving you clues. She has an unfiltered mouth. She's unaware of what she says. In fact, you know what? I actually don't think she's unaware. I think she's very much aware of what she says, and she says it for shock value. I mean, they had the after show. They had the what do you call it, bachelorette party. It doesn't matter. Lindsey needs the attention. If anybody else is having a moment, if anybody else is saying anything, she has to interrupt them and steal the show. It's just so interesting, and it's actually pretty sad. They're definitely a ringer couple. They're not going to last. In fact, she pretty much told us that they're not together, because in the after show, she started talking about how she really wasn't attracted to him. She called him a Guido. She doesn't like Guidos. She basically said she's not attracted to him. So for the most part, we know that this couple isn't going to make it. So, everybody get ready. This is just going to be for entertainment value. They call her the wild card. Supposedly she doesn't like to follow rules. Of course not, because you can't follow rules when every minute of the time you're trying to grab attention. That's what she does. But yet she thinks she's like this great catch. It's so interesting because she says she was engaged like a year ago, and the man left her at the altar like 5 days before getting married. He's basically said, oh, I'm not marrying you. Hello, I'm surprised she even got that far in marriage. I'm surprised some guy even proposed, even planned a wedding with her. But somehow or another, I guess he woke up at the last minute and said, what the hell am I doing? This girl, she's not fit to be married. I'm not even sure who her match is. You know what? And this is actually kind of sad, because there's a lot of people like this who go through life and their families coddle them, their friends tolerate them, and they never really get them any help. And we don't want to hurt their feelings, but the world is going to treat them the way the world treats them. And unfortunately, I'm not for sure how many people can tolerate Lindsey. I actually do believe she needs to be on some sort of medication. She needs to come down from where she is. It is unsustainable. You can't even talk to her. She is always up here. It is so crazy. So another thing we learned about Lindsey is she don't get along with that Alyssa, the other couple. So on Unfiltered, the story was not Unfiltered, or what it's called, the after party now with Keisha Knight Pulliam. I actually liked her. But in the after party, the panel was Lindsey, Jasmina, and Katina. And let me tell you something. Jasmina does not like Lindsey. She rolled her eyes at her pretty much the whole time. She was disgusted for her. I don't even know if Katina likes her either, but I tell you right now, Jasmina doesn't like her, and Lindsey doesn't even get along with Alyssa, because it was revealed that at the bachelorette party where Lindsey was drunk, acting wild, she was talking bad about Alyssa. And we'll get to Alyssa's video. She was talking about Alyssa, calling her basically a stick in the mud and saying all of these nasty things about her when she just met her. And I guess people overheard the conversation. Jasmina's friends overheard the conversation, and so did Lindsey's friends. So you know what Alyssa did? When they got on their little group chat, exchanging IG and group chat, Alyssa blocked Lindsey. And Lindsey was like, what? I got blocked on the first day? You're damn right you got blocked. Alyssa don't play. Alyssa did not want to talk to Lindsey. Lindsey is crass. I wouldn't even want to be friends with Lindsey. Let me tell you something. I would not be her friend in real life. Anyway, so yeah, Alyssa doesn't like her. So on the after party, Lindsey was talking all bad about Alyssa and everything. So, you know what? Not only does her husband probably not like her, also Lindsey doesn't like her, Jasmina doesn't like her. So she's going to have some problems. But anyway, let's get on to talk about Mark the Shark. Now, Mark the Shark, it's so interesting because my other video, I was actually kind of digging into Mark Long, because I was like, that's some corny stuff. Mark the Shark, Mark the Shark. No one really, that's not sexy, and if he were with anyone else, I probably would be on him more. But because Lindsey takes up so much space in the room, I'm probably going to go easy on Mark. But you know what? I really do feel sorry for Mark, because I think Mark really does want to find love and really does want to be married. I think there's some things he needs to do to improve so that maybe he can find a woman, because Lindsey is definitely not going to be his wife. It's so interesting that, you know, well, I guess when they got the rings, he was told that Lindsey's finger was like a size 5 or size 6 for the ring. I don't know if Lindsey lied and told her her ring size was a 5, because I mean, I could look at her and tell her she's not a ring size 5. But anyway, when they got to the altar, he was trying to shove this size 5, 6 ring on her little finger, her little chubby fingers, and it wasn't fitting. But don't worry about it, Mark, because that ring ain't gonna stay on long. Don't even worry about it. It ain't even no lifetime wedding ring. That ring is gonna go in the trash, so you ain't got to worry about it not fitting, because he was jamming it on her finger. But Mark the Shark has these 3 cats. Lindsey got 2 cats. And you know, the thing about Mark is he's not learning his lessons. He's not learning lessons. So he keeps getting feedback from people, but he keeps blowing it off like it's not a big deal. Like, he keeps saying the reason why he's single. He's 37 out here. The reason he's single is because he keeps meeting women who are allergic to cats and don't like cats. Hello, I'm sitting here right now. I'm allergic to cats and don't like cats. It's like 50% of women out here don't like cats or are allergic to cats. So if you keep finding that this is a problem meeting people, you need to stop buying cats. You might need to rehome your cats. You need to prioritize. Do you want cats or do you want a wife? If you really want to get to marriage and you keep getting feedback from people, but you keep saying, oh, damn the feedback, I'm going to keep doing what I want to do, then stay single. That's kind of how I feel with Mark. He really talks like he wants to be married, and he says he's been looking for this since he was in grade school, but yet he can't seem to find it, because honestly, I don't think he's willing to make the adjustments that from the feedback people are giving him. But I do kind of have empathy for him. You know, he's an only child. Both his parents are, well, I don't think his father is around, but his mother is sort of an in-home care system. His grandma is suffering from dementia. So his extended family really is like his best friend and his best friend's parents. Those are really like his extended family, but he doesn't have a lot of immediate family. And you know, being the only child, sometimes you can be a little bit awkward. And I think that's what's going on with Martha Shark. I think he's a bit socially awkward. I think he doesn't know how to make the adjustments in order to appeal to a woman. And I actually feel sort of bad for him. But Lindsey, oh my God, this is going to be a complete mess. So anyway, if you guys watch the show, drop down and tell me what you think. Do you think they're going to make it? Do you think I'm just being like crazy thinking or not? But let me know. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to this video on my channel, because I'm going to drop the videos for the other couples. That way you'll get the alert when they come online. And I love to hear from you guys. All right. Take care. Bye.